and welcome to Spilling the Tea. I'm Lizzie.
I'm Sophie.
And we're here with our special guest, Amaya.
Hi.
This week's episode is Yorkshire tea. So today we'll be discussing all things Yorkshire. Amaya here has managed to bring her favourite mug, so
Yeah,
what is it?
So this is a mug given to me by my parents for my 18th. It says, "I'm not bossy, I just have better ideas." So I don't know where they got that from, but you know.
I feel like that's just a mood. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So now it's the part where we get to taste test the tea of this week.
So throughout the series, we're going to taste test each one of the teas that we have and give it our tea-rific rating.
So this week, obviously, as everything is Yorkshire based, it is Yorkshire tea. So yeah, let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers. Are you okay? I can just say like gulping. It really
Gulping
makes
all
me
around.
uncomfortable.
The thing about Yorkshire tea, right, is it's just good. You can have it like no matter the occasion, no matter what's going on in your life, you can always have Yorkshire tea. It's just there for you.
I feel like if you were going to offer someone a cuppa at your house, and I know some people can get a bit funny about what brand of tea that they have.
People are really upset.
Yeah.
Like people are very obsessed with like whether it's Tetley or PG Tips or the best one. So,
And I feel like it's pretty standard, this one though. Like you can't really go too wrong with it.
do you feel like because you're from Yorkshire, you have to like Yorkshire tea?
Probably, yeah. But the thing with Yorkshire tea is it actually does taste the best, I think. Like, we had PG Tips for like quite a few years, and then when we switched to Yorkshire tea, like, you just can't go back. Like, once you
get Yorkshire,
switch,
you
you just
can't go
can't.
back.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you rank this tea? If you had to rate it out of 5 tea bags, where does it fall for you?
If I could give it 6, I would.
You give it a 6,
Yeah,
really?
because it's literally the only tea I drink. Like, I'm not a fruit tea kind of person or like a flavoured tea. Like, I just have my Yorkshire tea. That's it. Yeah.
What about you, Sophie?
I mean, are we doing half?
But yeah, 5.
You can do half mark. So you're 5 out of 5
Yeah.
every day of the
Yeah.
week.
I'd say like 4, 4.5.
I
It's not perfect.
what would make it better? What would make it 5 out of 5?
It depends on who's making it. What ranking would you give it then?
I don't want to be mean to Yorkshire tea.
But you're going to
also, yeah, I am. But also, I like. It's not like my go-to. Like when I'm in my like house and I'm looking at my 19 teas, I'm never like, yes, Yorkshire tea, the best one here. Now that we've finished ranking the tea, it's time for us to put it on our lovely wall. With the top being the best tea and the bottom being a tea that you physically can't look at without wanting to cry. And of course, as this is the first episode, Yorkshire tea is going right at the top. Now, we've already talked about how we all have our teas. Some of them are clearly more wrong than others. Okay. But it's now time to see what the general public think.
What colour do you take your tea?
I mean, my colour's not even on here, guys. What's going on with your chart?
I'm trying to think what colour that is on there. That's close to like fake tan in it, I guess.
I think my cardboard kind of gal myself.
Anything other than this one is unacceptable because, like, first of all, this is slightly pink, which concerns me because your tea should not be pink if you haven't put anything in it.
I'd say I'm fake tan, to be fair. I think fake tan's ringing a bell, but
What colour are you then?
So there's a tea chart on Google, and it's like 1 to 10, and I'm like a 6.
This is irrelevant to me because I only drink black tea.
So I'm a little bit darker than this, out of milk. Yeah, this is.
See, I saw this and thought they all look quite weak.
I think they're quite weak. Whereas Northerners like a strong cuppa.
I'm tempted to say dark as my soul, but it's more like out of milk. Yeah.
This is like, that's just slightly too light. I feel like that one is like edging towards tasteless. It's not gone into milk yet, but it's come out of tea, so it's like a tasteless middle. And anything like here and below, we're going to ignore the fact that they're all slightly pink as well. It's just a sin and a crime against humanity.
okay. I mean, I think Snow White's out of the question.
Definitely one of those ones. You know, like minimal milk, I think is the best way.
I probably have mine fake tan colour.
Sugar?
No.
Yeah, with 2 sugars. It's a sweet gal.
I'm trying not to. I've gotten down to like 1 sugar, but I used to have like 3 sugars in my tea before.
I'm partial to the 1 sugar.
So I have like half a sugar.
Just like that little takes the edge off.
Do you have sugar?
No, because I'm not a child.
You want your tea like?
Then you just have flavoured water.
Yeah, it's great. It's leaf juice. Hot leaf juice.
No. Yeah, it's not about that.
Not about that life.
Yeah, both my parents are diabetic too, so that probably explains where the habit came from.
Absolutely not. You don't get this figure from sugar.
No sugar, 1 sweetener. But no one says
Controversial.
sweetener yet. Well, yeah. What about yourself?
I'm the same actually. I do
like a sweetener?
I do like a sweetener because otherwise I would put in more sugar than I would sweetener.
You can never have a strong enough tea. Like, what is that about? You need to let it brew. No milk in until it's brewed. None of this putting the milk in first. Not about that whatsoever. Yeah, I think I'm too hardcore for your chart.
And now the reason we dragged Amaya here, the interview part of our show. So first off, like, tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from? What kind of things you're studying?
So I'm from Saltaire. It's a town, well, a village in Bradford, and I commute to Leeds every day, and I study computer science with Lizzie.
Hi.
So yeah, I'm pretty probably as Yorkshire as you get because I've lived here all my life. So don't know if it comes through in the accent.
So where you're from is actually a little place inside of Bradford?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. Is Bradford a city?
Yeah.
I'm very much not up to scratch with Yorkers. I was like, I just assumed Bradford's like the thing.
That's a ground taste. Wait, is Bradford a city?
Leeds is a city.
Yeah.
Bradford is a city.
So pretty clear, even if Lizzie doesn't understand, you are in fact from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Sorry,
West Yorkshire,
Yeah.
to be specific, yeah.
What would you think is the most Yorkshire thing to do?
Probably walking or like running in any weather, like literally blizzard.
no matter what's happening,
rain.
just-
yeah, like just always on. You're always like on foot or like just traveling. And I think with Yorkshire is when you're out, you'll always see people and they're like happy to speak to you. So yeah, it's quite a friendly sort of community in Yorkshire.
To all the students that obviously aren't from Yorkshire, is there anything you'd love them to know about the place?
Probably if you're walking down a street, it's nice to smile at each other because like when I'm down in London, everyone's like so busy and obviously people from London come up. Well, not London. I'm not trying to bash London. Just anywhere downtown. When they come up, maybe just smile when you walk past someone or like say hello. Everyone's just really like happy to chat in Yorkshire.
Was there like a reason you chose to stay in Yorkshire? Like, or would you is it just that the uni was so good?
So to be honest, Leeds is just somewhere I've always wanted to go, like for uni. I've only been here a couple of times, and I've just always enjoyed the city. I feel like it's like a miniature version of Manchester, but like sort of growing as well. So like I can see like aspects of like down south in London, in Leeds, like they've got that like vibrant city life, but not that many people.
So obviously, most people get asked this when they first move to uni.
Yeah.
Are you a northerner or a southerner? Obviously,
Yeah.
feel very clearly the answer for you is going to be northern.
Yeah.
But where would you say the divide is?
Okay, so geography is my weak point. So if I say Newcastle is down south, like don't judge me. No, I'm joking. I know it's like up there. But I'd say the divide is like, so Bradford and Leeds are like north, and then I don't know what's a bit lower, but I'd say Birmingham is like no man's land, and then after Birmingham is like south.
Are you admitting to there being a Midlands?
Yeah. No. I don't know.
We've got footage of people accepting us.
I saw John shaking his head. I was like, no, did I say something wrong?
This is all this show's about. It's just us getting validation about from where we're from. Derby for life.
Wait, so Midlands is like no man's land?
Well, yeah.
Sure.
So moving away from Bradford now, and going a bit closer to home, back down in Kirkgate Market.
Yeah, let's go see what tea shenanigans are going on down there. Teapot Tea and Coffee in Kirkgate Market, and we're here with Bart. So first off, how long has the company been going?
Well, the company was going collectively for about 7 years, 2 years abroad, and then we moved the company here. So in here is running for 5 years now, for over 5 years.
Do you know why they chose to set it up in Kirkgate Market?
Well, in Kirkgate Market is a beautiful umbrella for all the new developments and investments and all the small companies that don't have quite a place to establish, to root themselves in, and that just gives them the beautiful opportunity to do so. People being massive city are still quite well tied together and they share the information really well.
So obviously we're here with your current favourite tea. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, this tea reminds you of a little bit of a summer wine with a really high notes of cherry, but then the nice roundness of the red berries with some creamy notes on the very back. So it's altogether a really well-rounded one.
This store obviously has home to a lot of different loose leaf teas. Why is it you choose to use loose leaf instead of like bagged one?
Because what's concealed in the tea bag, it's a forbidden knowledge. You don't know what's inside, and you will never trace exactly what's inside. And our policy is being transparent. The more transparent we are with you as a customer, the better for us, because we are getting a renown, we are informing the customer on what the product is about. That's why all the products we could trace back to the trader that actually produces it. So we don't use subsellers. That's why we can claim ourselves independent, because all the products that comes to you as a customer is from a person who we know sells a good product.
Are those suppliers then from also in and around the Leeds area, or is it more further reach than that?
We do supply some things like cakes or like some sun-dries at the locals, but the teas and coffees, these are coming from the countries of origin. So we got India, we got Africa all the way, we got some Middle East.
The other thing I've noticed when coming up to the store was you've got a zero waste policy you're trying to upkeep. Is that a key part of the company?
Well, that's something that we introduced quite recently with the development of zero waste packagings altogether. Whatever you bring, if you feel that's a good packaging for you to have your tea or coffee in, we are happy with that. You don't waste your money on that, because we don't waste our money on that. And the whole circle of being landfilled is broken, so that's even better.
That's amazing. I love trying to bring in waste-free into like a more easy life. Like obviously there's the waste-free store, I'm sure you've seen. Do you ever think you'll like partner with them, maybe selling some of your teas more bulk in there potentially?
Well, they chosen to sell their own products, which we really respect. We would be acting as a subseller, which we're trying not to, because on every subseller you lose a little bit of time, you lose a little bit of quality, you lose a little bit of information, and that's not very good. The closest to the root is the better for us, so we are directly trying to get it on to the customer as an end line.
I love that idea. I think it's really good. Recently, in the last couple of years, there's been a big surge of like getting trendier, more out there teas. Would you say you're kind of keeping up with that, or do you definitely like more traditional like British teas?
Well, it's hard to say at this point in the day what is truly a British tea, because you got loads of different exotic teas in the market. Being a small company means that some things will be far cheaper for us, but some things will be far more expensive. Human labour will be cheaper because we employ just 5-6 people, but on the end of the stick, we cannot order a ton of tea or ton of coffee, so the prices that customer has to pay will be eventually a little bit more expensive. However, that doesn't seem to be a trend with the big brands now, because they're selling things twice as cheap, as expensive as we do. So at the end of the day, we come across as cheaper than them, which is good, basically.
That's always good. You always want to be the cheapest on the market, get the best customers.
Especially when you got a good product.
Last question. What do you think like the weirdest tea you have in the store is?
That may be either green tea with popped rice, Genmei cha, or it may be some smoky Earl Grey we do. That's an exclusive in the shop. It's a smoky Earl Grey with some notes of apple and cinnamon in the background, and I've never seen anyone doing that before. So that's probably one of the staples of what we're doing. We're doing traditionals that have been forgotten as well, so like black tea with plain raspberry.
Thank you so much, that was amazing. I'm so excited to drink these teas, they're amazing. Yeah. I actually really love the store as well. I will definitely be coming back.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
kindly. Much. Thank you so much for coming in today, Amaya, and letting us interview you about all things Yorkshire.
It's alright, thanks for the tea. It was really nice, even though it was quite strong. Sorry.
I think basically next time Sophie will not be making the tea. We love you, but no.
I like wine.
Yorkshire tea is also owned by a parent company called Taylor's, which make a whole range of different teas. And that brings us very nicely on to next week's episode, which will be chai tea. So we hope to see you there.
Make sure to like this, it'll be very cool. And if you subscribe, it'll be even cooler. Yeah, if you want to watch videos,